back in time, it's 83. Wrestling heroes on your TV. On Erichs fight, Freebirds take flight. Pondwater, Dave and Timmy see you tonight. World Class Flashback, here we go. Action-packed show, don't miss it, you know. Legends roar, in the ring they soar. Memories old, but the action's pure. Championship gold, stories unfold. Join the ride where tales are retold. World Class Flashback, here we go. Action-packed show, don't miss it, you know.
Pow! Hello and welcome to World Class Flashback. I am your host, Timmy C, joined alongside Pondwater Dave wearing his Freebirds t-shirt like he likes it. Taking us
Freebirds
back. Oh,
versus the Von Erichs, which is apropos because we're going to see one of the most badass tag team matches between the Von Erichs and the Freebirds tonight because it is country whipping match, baby. Country whipping match.
That sounds dangerous. So we're here in November of 1983. We're nearing the end of Pondwater Dave's favorite year in wrestling ever. And we're probably starting to build toward that Christmas Star Wars at this point.
We're building towards Thanksgiving Star Wars.
Oh, we got a couple of Star Wars coming up.
Yeah.
Got Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, we're gonna have Thanksgiving night, and it's gonna be the debut of Mike Von Erich.
Oh dear.
David Von Erich versus Kamala, Kerry Von Erich versus Michael Hayes, loser leave town, I believe.
Well, Mike Von Erich, sad story, so. But tonight, what do we have on tap, Pondwater? Country whipping
match.
Let's see. Oh, that's all it has on the intro. So
yeah, I think we're going to see the Super Destroyer #2 versus Mike Reed, and probably King Parsons versus the Iceman King Parsons versus Tonga John. Those are the only three
Tonga
matches.
John, wouldn't he go on to be Tama?
We'll see. Hey, but let me tell you what was going on in the territory since our last episode on 10/27, the day after. Hang on, there it is. On the 21st was our last episode. The 22nd, they were in Frisco, Texas, and fancy North Dallas there. Chris Adams defeated the Mongol. Kamala defeated Johnny Mantell. The Von Erichs, David and Kevin defeated the Fabulous Freebirds, Hayes and Gordy. And then they were at Whitesboro the next day on Sunday. Kamala defeated Chris Adams. Judy Martin defeats Princess Victoria. Terry Gordy defeats the Iceman. And Kerry Von Erich defeats Michael Hayes. Then we're back at Will Rogers Coliseum for Monday night for Saturday Night Wrestling taping. Princess Victoria defeats Judy Martin. Kerry Von Erich defeats Mr. Ebony. Iceman King Parsons defeats Black Gordman. Beat the TUE champion, Jimmy Garvin defeats Chris Adams and becomes the television champion. Kamala defeats Michael Hayes by disqualification. The Fabulous Freebirds, Hayes, Roberts, and Gordy defeat Boris Zukov, Kamala, and the Mongol. Then we move it on over to Marshall, Texas on Thursday, where Boris Zukov defeats Mike Reed. Kerry Von Erich defeats the Iceman. No. Kerry Von Erich defeats Kamala by disqualification. Iceman beats Buddy Roberts. Princess Victoria beats Judy Martin. So these girls were in the territory making
They were getting it around the horn, weren't they?
Yeah. We're back at the Sportatorium for a non-taping on Friday night. Mike Reed defeats Raul Castro. Mike Reed getting another win. Boris Zukov.
They got a loss this past week.
I think that October of '83 was his best month ever. Boris Zukov versus Chris Adams goes time limit draw. Jimmy Garvin defeats Johnny Mantell. we have a mixed tag team match where Iceman King Parsons and Princess Victoria defeat Buddy Roberts and Judy Martin. I'd love to see a picture of Buddy Roberts and Judy Martin together. I bet you Buddy Roberts is the most screwable one out of the two. Kerry Von Erich defeats Michael Hayes by disqualification. I might have to go back and edit that out.
Nah, that's good. That's good stuff.
All right. Then on the Saturday, they go to Frankston, Texas. Boris Zukov defeats Mike Reed. Kevin Von Erich defeats Michael Hayes. Iceman King Parsons beats Jimmy Garvin by disqualification. And Princess Victoria defeats Judy Martin. They're in San Antonio, Texas on that Sunday, where Buddy Roberts and Johnny Mantell go to a time limit draw. Iceman and Princess Victoria defeat Black Gordman and Judy Martin. Chris Adams defeats Jimmy Garvin. David Von Erich defeats Kamala by countout. Kerry Von Erich defeats Michael Hayes by disqualification. We make it back over to Will Rogers Coliseum for yet another episode of Saturday Night Wrestling. The Super Destroyer defeats Tonga John. World Class Television title, Johnny Mantell defeats Jimmy Garvin with Precious and Sunshine. And
Hello.
Johnny Mantell becomes the television champion. I'm guessing that that's where the fallout between Precious and Sunshine, where Precious blames Precious costing the title and blames it on Sunshine. I think that's when the fallout happened. Iceman King Parsons defeats Boris Zukov. Johnny Mantell defeats Buddy Roberts by disqualification. Chris Adams and Kerry Von Erich defeat Jimmy Garvin and Michael Hayes. They go up to the Super Pit in Denton, Texas at the University of North Texas, where Super Destroyer defeats Johnny Mantell. Iceman King Parsons over Boris Zukov. Chris Adams and Jimmy Garvin go to a time limit draw. Kerry Von Erich defeats Michael Hayes, and that brings us back to the wonderful Dallas Sportatorium on this Friday night, November the 4th, 1983.
And this is the first half of this show.
And they've got them billed as the Cosmic Cowboys, Kerry Von Erich and Kevin Von Erich.
What?
They're billed as the Cosmic Cowboys. And I don't think the only time I think they're the Cosmic Cowboys when they wrestled under hoods to trick Gino and Chris. They were the Cosmic Cowboys then, but I guess
years earlier they were the Cosmic Cowboys apparently.
I don't know. I think somebody at Cage Match was having a good time when they were typing this stuff.
Yeah, cocaine. All right. Well, we've given you plenty of time.
Let me get my
go on and pull it up. Season 2, episode 41, November 12th, 1983. This was just 28 short years after Marty McFly went back to the future.
Hang on, I gotta rewind.
Be kind, rewind.
All right.
Ready? In 3, 2, 1, play. Presented in the most complete form possible due to original production technical difficulties, i.e. Kevin kept it in a barn. What are you drinking there, Pondwater?
Dubby. This episode.
Right over there. Go to that.
Yeah. This episode of World Class Flashback is fueled by Dubby, the energy drink that doesn't make you feel like you've been power bombed after 20 minutes. Forget the crash jitters and sugar bombs that you can get from those other cans. Dubby's packed with vitamins, amino acids, nootropics, and 150 milligrams of clean caffeine. Translation, focus that lasts longer than a Brock Lesnar suplex line. Made in the USA, FDA inspected, GMP certified, bad to the bone. It's the real deal, not some mystery mix. So whether you're in the ring or at work or just trying to stay awake through an 8-hour wrestling marathon, grab Dubby at W.GG. Use promo code WRASSLIN, RASSLIN. That's wrestling. To save.
By the way, we're 10%. Joining in.
Huh?
When we come into the action here, we have Sunshine and Precious throwing down.
Oh, then that's what it is. W.GG promo code wrestling. We got to watch the girls. Oh, they're just showing it. Yeah, They're going to cover it then. They're going to talk about the match on Monday night and the falling out. When Precious said, all right, now, y'all been kissing cousins long enough.
Yeah, that's a weird dynamic.
Hey, I'm just saying, if I had a cousin look like Sunshine, I probably would not be opposed.
Well, you are in Mississippi, so it's probably legal.
Mm.
So what are we coming out with first? Oh, what is this? What? Who's this? The Mass
The
Destroyer?
Super Destroyers.
Super Destroyers. Good thing Mark Lawrence is back. I hate to think that he is out of a job.
Yeah. The Super Destroyers are the Irwin brothers. Wild Bill Irwin and Scott Hogg Irwin.
I don't want to know why they call him that.
He was a backer. Legitimate backer.
I thought maybe Judy Martin gave him that.
There's Mac Reed.
Mike Reed, Uncle Larry, back at it.
We're only getting one of the Super Destroyers, though.
He just called him Super D's.
Yeah, that's what they call them. Super
Also,
D's.
what Judy Martin gave him as a nickname.
And I always thought Wild Bill Irwin was the Super D number one, but it was always his Scott. Scott was always number one. I just always assumed that Wild Bill was one, but I never at the time I never picked up that was Wild Bill Irwin.
Well, kayfabe, brother, kayfabe.
I mean, I couldn't tell through the mask, and he didn't work like Wild Bill Irwin. Because I mean, if he'd have done that whole thing with the boot, like Wild Bill Irwin, you probably would have picked up on it. Where he throws him off the ropes and then hits the other rope and then gives him that high boot to the face.
Now this is Scott in the ring, right? No,
Well, this is Wild Bill.
this is
under the
Bill.
mask.
Yeah.
This is Bill. Some of you kids that don't know who Wild Bill Irwin is may remember his little brief stint in WWE as the Goon.
Wasn't he also Wild Bill Irwin back in the 80s in WWE or WWF?
No, I don't think he ever made an appearance as Wild Bill Irwin in the WWF. I know he did. I know he was in Georgia and with Crockett.
It might have been like WWF days.
It's possible. I mean, it's possible. I'm looking at the taping schedule.
They're
should
trying
have-
to say Super D.
Yeah,
They should have just been called the Super Ds.
they were. That's how they called them the Super Ds. But
Whole different meaning in 2020.
Super D1 and Super D2, but those letters are just like they took those tights to the t-shirt shop and
Yep.
had them put those letters on there. Because back in the early 80s, I mean, the t-shirt shops were a thing. You'd go and you'd pick the transfer off the wall and they'd put it on a shirt for you, and you could put your name on the back or number if you wanted to. And
You get an airbrush if you're in Panama City Beach. Any beach town.
but look at him. You can't tell that, even we know that's Wild Bill
Blonde
Irwin,
eyebrows give it away.
but he don't look like Wild Bill Irwin.
Well, the fact that he gets his hair up in there, that helps.
Yes.
Because if the blonde locks were hanging out, you'd definitely know who it was.
Tremendous
It's funny
back-
because
tremendous
the
back
difference
elbow.
in movements of the pace that Wild Bill wrestled at and when he's the Super Destroyer.
Yeah. Well, he's having to work with his whole body because the mask, you can't see his facial expressions. So he's working large.
Well, if your name's Super D, you better be working large.
Man, we got to get a Blue Chew. We got to get a Blue Chew sponsorship.
Thought you were gonna say prescription.
Nah. Dude, I tried to take those recreationally once, and I got they made me sick to my stomach.
Figure they'd have made Deb sick to her stomach.
No, just slight discomfort between her heart and liver.
We had to go to the hospital after I punctured her lung.
Man, he did the boot, and I never picked up on it. He did that boot move. The crowd didn't pick up on it either because they would have started chanting Chauncey.
Chauncey?
Yeah, they used to call him Chauncey and he'd sell it like it bothered him. Mike Reed was a good worker.
Yeah, he worked a lot here in '83 too.
But I mean, did you see that move, that suplex off the top rope? I mean, he came down, his shoulders were square. I mean, the landing on it. I mean, there wasn't nothing sloppy about it. He took that. I mean, that's how you're supposed to do it. And
Bill Irwin's real name, Barney. Barney William Irwin. I could see why he went as Barney or as Bill.
Wild Bill. Yeah. And then people used to call my dad Wild Bill. They'd go, Wild Bill. And he'd go, used to be, but now at my age, I'm just Sweet William. All right, we're seeing the end of the television match. This is from the Will Rogers auditorium, not the Coliseum. The ring is actually up on the stage.
This is where?
Will Rogers. It's at the Will Rogers Complex in Fort Worth, Texas, but this is the auditorium, not the Coliseum. You can see off that platform, that's the orchestra pit down there. The ring's actually up on the stage. See,
maybe
Precious, and he rolls through the momentum. 2, 3, new television champion. And Precious is gonna throw Sunshine under the bus. And we're gonna completely ignore that Jimmy talks about all the video that he watches, that he never watched the video and saw that it wasn't Sunshine that got him. Sunshine threw the first punch.
Well, she was pissed off because she's out of a job now. Boy, they're laying that shit in.
That's a pretty snug shove that he gave her too.
Well, it's his cousin. It's okay. That was snug.
Yeah.
That would not fly today.
That was 1983. Boom!
Yes. She got her comeuppance.
Yes, she did.
We're not just talking about under your desk either.
Yeah. Oh, let's hear what Jimmy's got to say.
You're finished. You're going back to the other side of the track. Where I found you, and you ain't never coming back because no woman hits me in the face. You're through. You're finished.
So now Bill's telling us.
So did Sunshine have any more of this angle? Did she team up with someone else? And
Oh yeah, Sunshine's gonna be around for a long time. Are you listening
who
to
is
this?
that guy?
Sunshine has asked me to be her personal representative, and I'd like to announce to you the fact that she has a statement for you It'll be a prepared statement. She will read it. After
He's
which
a
no
lawyer.
questioning at all. Once again, thanks for showing up. And without further ado, here's Sunshine.
Everybody knows by now what's happened here. Everybody knows.
She was good on the mic too. Yeah, she's gonna show up with Chris Adams.
Oh, that's a dangerous combo.
Yeah, she's gonna show up with Chris Adams. This is gonna go on for a while. She'll at one point she's gonna manage Kabuki. She's gonna have a feud with Jim Cornette. They wrestle at the Cotton Bowl, and Jim Cornette comes out to Walking on Sunshine. She's going to manage Cowboy Scott Casey.
Who was she married to?
Who?
Didn't she marry a wrestler?
Not that I know of. No. And then she'll get attacked with. She'll get when Gino brings in baby doll Andrea the Lady Giant. She attacks Sunshine, and then Sunshine goes away and is replaced by her aunt Stella Mae French. And
who?
Stella Mae, and she's a lady truck driver is the gimmick, and it's so good. And then Sunshine will eventually make her return for a little while, and then she'll be gone for good. And she went to the UWF also, and she managed the Freebirds in UWF briefly. Man, I know. We went to go over to my sister-in-law's house, her apartment,
and
we walked in the door, and Sunshine's sitting on the couch, and man, you talk about starstruck and in love. Good God Almighty! But she was buddies with my sister-in-law at the time, but you hear the grappler tell stories about playing quarters, and this woman thought that she was the champ and took the Texas belt. that was my sister-in-law. I'd already heard the story from one side, and when the grappler told me the story, I'm like, dude, I know who that was. And I started telling the stories, and he's looking at me like, oh my God. It was like I knew the story, and he knew I knew the story. I hate that we can't track this. I have to think that this might be.
She just said she loved him. Not in a cousinly way. In a where he sees her naked way. By the way, her lawyer will be frying bugs outside with his glasses after this press conference.
Yeah, that dude is blind.
That dude can't see the microphone in front of his face.
His prescription's got a comma in it in the screen.
Like coordinates on a map.
like mine are like 1.75. His is like 1,275. Look at those fancy.
What kind of bad neighborhood they living in where they gotta have a gate over their door?
That's a fancy ass burglar bar right there.
This is open, so it's not really doing a damn thing.
I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. Oh, look at her just wearing a shirt.
What is he wearing there? Those are not shorts. He's wearing a dress.
Those are boxers.
They're not boxers. Boxers have two separate legs. Those do not have two separate legs in them. Maybe it's a towel or a wrap or some sort.
Could be. The wraps were really popular back then. With that had Velcro on the waist, and you just wrap them around, and then I had a couple.
Honestly, when I look at Precious's face, I kind of see a little bit of Pamela Anderson in her.
Mercer, you tried, man. Mercer was trying to get the story.
Going back to his news roots.
I loved it when we could get some of these some of this footage from Fort Worth. Man, we're back to the Sportatorium. Tonga John.
That is not Tama.
Is that the Barbarian?
Yes, it is.
That's the Barbarian.
Yup.
It's the Barbarian. I just, because it's got him in Barbarian garb, and it's got him Tonga John at the Sportatorium when I Googled him. Tongan professional wrestler. He's 67 years old, born in 1958.
Looks like $1 million damn here.
Yeah, he did. How about that? I never put it together that was Barb.
Well, the hair doesn't help.
And he's barefoot.
Well, that's what they did if you were Tonga.
Now, Iceman didn't throw him over the top rope. His momentum carried
It was
him
a
over.
drop kick.
I bet you Mercer's explaining that right now. That wouldn't be a disqualification because it was his momentum and he didn't actually get thrown over the top rope. Wow.
Barb not as big as he would get to be, but he's still a pretty stacked dude here.
Man, I don't know how they didn't look at him and see money.
The size of man's hands. Look, Jesus.
With that build, you could. Akbar needs to be managed. Hit that's a miss, man. They should have put him with Akbar and had somebody that could legitimately go with Kerry and. Oh. And he's just got a good size. He will eventually get cut up.
Yeah. He looks very Tongan here with it, like his build. Like, I think that's part of the reason they went away from him being in part of the island nations and made him barbarian, was because back then, most dudes from Tonga or Fiji or any of those places weren't cut up. Snuka was about the only one.
Now we're going to get the Samoan swap machine in here in 85, I believe. Could be 85, maybe 86. And
Samu or Fatu.
Yeah, well, it was Rikishi. Yeah, Fatu. And Rikishi was cut up pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he got rid of that physique real quick. Man, Barb had a good head of hair. I don't know why he'd have cut it.
I just got a text message. It's going to be one of those wrong numbers that are fishing. and it says, I'm lucky to know you. So I'm going to respond facts.
Lubitsch has his NWA patch on here.
Yeah.
Did it ask send your butthole now?
I haven't yet.
It hasn't. What did they respond?
Nothing yet.
Oh.
But they're not using an iPhone. It's got that Android message looking. It's not a. So I'm gonna tell them that.
I only hang out with folks with iPhones.
Yeah. You're obviously a poor.
Obviously a poor.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've almost gone and switched to a Google. Wanted to try the Google phone.
I just can't do it.
But I want to because, like, if I say something to Siri, the simplest things, and that hoe can't understand me, but Google understands me.
Well, you know why? Because Google's for pores.
Well, I need to know my role.
Siri hears me just fine. See? She just did.
Iceman with the boots to the eyes.
To
The good
eyes.
guys
That's
wrestle
rude.
like hills a lot in World Class. Here we go. This is going to be the finish right here. Nope. I thought he was going to get him with the butt.
I don't think he wants to try and match butts with Barb. Barb's a little thick here.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming, Tonga John.
Tonga John's going to be all right, I think.
Not to be confused with Taco John.
He comes out later.
With a fossil blanket and a sombrero.
And a taco.
Fritz von Erich makes a special announcement.
Oh, Jesus. That man just like to hear himself talk.
He's announcing Mike's debut. This is going to be announcing Mike at Reunion Arena for Thanksgiving.
Got a Papa rating, right? Papa House?
Championship wrestling. Yeah, well, you might have been in the background now for some time, but that doesn't mean I'm not very much aware of what's been going on. I'm sure of that. The reason I've come back here today is I bought you a videotape to show you where this whole incident started recently at the Autodrome in Fort Worth.
Maybe he's not talking about that. Me and Fritz were not shopping at the same suit stores.
No. That's a Canadian tuxedo he's got there, looks like.
He bought that shit in 1966.
I think the one thing Bill and Fritz need to agree on is just let that hair go, man. You ain't fooling nobody. You can comb that front all you want.
Oh, okay. This was Kerry was giving Mike a gift, and Kerry looked like he had a little back knee there, didn't he?
Oh, gee, I wonder if he got it from steroids. Kerry is not the best of promos.
Oh, he gave Mike his first ring jacket. And now he's going to give him the ring.
So I forgot, what was it that happened to Mike that got his temperature so high that it
He got an
caused
infection.
brain damage?
He had hurt his shoulder in Israel, and then they did surgery on it, and it got infected, and he got toxic shock syndrome. Yeah, I mean, you could tell he was never the same after that. His timing was it fried his brain pretty good.
How long was he actually wrestling where he was viable?
Oh, he got 2 good years out of him before the toxic shock syndrome. Oh, here comes Michael Hayes. But this was taped November the 4th. So we're 3 weeks out from Reunion Arena where Mike's going to make his debut.
But this is going to air about 2 weeks out. November 12th is when this airs.
Yeah, it was taped on the 4th, though.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, we're 2 weeks out. I get what you're saying, Tim.
Math.
So Mike said, "Oh no, we're not going to do that."
Oh, Michael laying it in.
Might have been a receipt. Oh! Look at that. Mike's already killing the business, and he ain't even debuted yet. We're doing some of that Darby Allin shit out on the hard floor. And Kerry wasn't having it. Kerry shoving Mike back. Mike said, "No, I'm gonna kick that son of a bitch too. We're gonna double team him." David Manning's trying to pull him off.
Kerry's kind of a shitty brother. Won't
Kerry's
let
trying
him
to
get
kill
in
him.
on it.
Kerry's like, "Get back, Mike. I'm gonna kill him myself." And there comes Buddy Roberts. Look at Buddy, bald headed. He didn't even put the headgear on. Mike with an arm drag on Buddy. Buddy took a bump out on the floor a little bit better than Mike did. Mike went head first. That's an impressive bump that Mike took.
I don't know. Impressive is the word that I'm looking for.
Well, it looked real because it was.
It was real. It looked real because it was legit.
But hey, we're seeing enough of Mike to know that he's ready.
Well, Kerry ain't gonna let you know he's ready.
Look at Kerry with a handful of hair. He ain't even wanting to let go.
Well,
So now we're set up. Kerry wants Michael at Reunion Arena. I'm going to track Fritz again.
The future of Mike Von Erich, Kerry Von Erich, and himself in the wrestling situation.
I think you see that old Mike there is out of the same mold, my son.
Oh, yes, I think you see that.
Mike, all right. Mike did a great job considering what happened out there. Because of what you just saw right there, this boy Michael Hayes had the goal to make a challenge to Kerry, to have a match. And the loser would be to leave Texas for 1 year.
Not to wrestle here.
Not to wrestle here. That's right. Not to wrestle. Sure, so they still live here because this is Kerry's home here.
This is Freebirds exit here in 83?
Kinda. You'll see. It's not an exit. It's kind of a from Thanksgiving to Christmas. And
that's not much of a year.
Thanksgiving to Christmas, and then with the 6-man title, they kind of got a way to it kind of comes back around. You'll see.
Damn it, Fritz. No one wants to hear from you that much.
Hey, because why 83 was my favorite year, 84 wasn't bad. I mean,
Well, I was gonna say-
we're unfortunately gonna lose David in a few months, but
Fritz might be sitting here talking us out of 84 or out of 83 into 84.
So for Reunion Arena, we're going to have Kerry Von Erich versus Michael Hayes. Loser leave town. We're going to have Mike Von Erich make his debut against Skandar Akbar.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Figure they'd put him up against Buddy Roberts.
Well, Akbar told me that Akbar was tight with Mike, and Ak said that he wanted to do Mike's first match so he could go out there and take care of him. Gary Hart did David's first match.
Still talking.
And let me look at the cage match here. And see. Went the wrong way. Okay, we got Thanksgiving night. I've always heard that that Mike had a warm-up match in San Antonio, but it doesn't say. I don't see where they were in San Antonio prior to that. Yeah, we're gonna to give you an idea what we're looking at for Reunion Arena Thanksgiving Star Wars. We're gonna have Johnny Mantell, Jose Lothario, and Mike Reed against Black Gordman, Boris Zukov, and Tonga John. The missing link will be in against Buddy Roberts, Kevin Von Erich, and Terry Gordy, David Von Erich and Kamala for Texas Heavyweight Championship, Mike Von Erich and Skandar Akbar, the Super Destroyers versus Iceman Parsons and the Junkyard Dog for the NWA American Tag Team titles. For the NWA American title, we'll have Chris Adams and Jimmy Garvin. Chris with Sunshine, Jimmy with Precious. And a loser leave town steel cage match with Kerry Von Erich against Michael Hayes. And Mike does wrestle in San Antonio, but he wrestles 3 days after he makes his debut. So,
Okay. Who's he wrestle?
Buddy Roberts. He defeats Buddy Roberts. And then they have 2 steel cage matches on that San Antonio show. Kevin Von Erich defeats Ric Flair. Kerry Von Erich defeats Michael Hayes.
They got a good card that night.
When was Starrcade?
December or
Okay,
no.
so
What?
was it Thanksgiving?
I think it was Thanksgiving.
So Rick was in for a non-title match with Kevin in a steel cage.
I don't know who sells better, Gordy or Michael.
Oh, I didn't know we were into the country-whippin match. I thought Fritz was still talking.
He is. They just cut away from him.
Oh. They're going to town with those straps.
Michael was running, and Gordy was
I'm gonna tell you what, professional wrestlers are men.
Some of them.
David Manning's having to get on everybody's ass because they're not doing what they're supposed to do.
Well, he didn't wear referee gear, so someone should get on his ass.
He's wearing referee gear. He's well dressed.
He's wearing Adidas.
It's got stripes on it.
Sometimes. Wonder what those straps are made of. Legit made of.
I think they're legitimately leather.
You think? They almost look like they're rubber. Not that that would feel any better, but
Even if they're cloth. I mean, even if they're like,
well, they're not cloth because you can hear them whack when they hit
I
them.
think they're either nylon or they're leather. Ooh, ooh.
God dang.
Dang.
What do you think they did before the match? They said,
Drugs.
"Guess what? We're just going to pound the shit out of each other."
I would imagine that there was a lot of Percocet and Jack Daniels consumed before the match. Look at Gordy's back already welted. Oh. 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 There's got to be a way to work that because Kevin didn't even sell the one that Michael Hayes just put on him while he was getting Gordy. But then, I mean, you see the welts. Wow. Look at Gordy's back. And this right here, man, it's stuff like this is why I love 1983 as much as I did. Incredible. They popped a territory.
Well, if you want to play in Texas, you got to have a fiddle in the band.
People are going and have shirts made that say "Go Home Freebirds."
See, that's where Fritz missed out. He'd have had those made.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't have merch, dude. The t-shirt, the only t-shirts, the promoter that ran San Antonio would have t-shirts, and they didn't say WCCW. He put WCW on them.
Well, that checked out.
But I've got David Von Erichs. When we never knew that anything like that was available. We didn't. You could get a World Class t-shirt with Channel 39 on the back of it.
Damn.
And then
Right on his neck.
But the first t-shirt that I ever bought, my first wrestling t-shirt was a Bad Street USA t-shirt. Man. He jerked him back from around the throat, and Kevin put no hand up.
Yeah, no.
And he didn't put a hand up underneath there. He took the strap on the throat. Man. Believability. It's all about believability.
Well, it is believable because they're out here whipping each other's ass.
They are.
Don't need to be believable when you're actually hurting people. The problem with AEW, they can't figure out which one they want to do. He's got 2 straps.
Yeah. Did you see him doing that when he jumped over? That's an iconic shot of Kerry jumping in the ring and swinging both of those straps. It'll be used in music videos going forward.
Kerry's getting ready to
Manning
blade.
just
I
disqualified
saw
him.
him go to his wrist tape.
And Gordy's preparing to use the spike. Manning's thrown the match out.
Well, at least Kerry ain't hiding his head and blading. He's just
He
right
just
there in
did.
front of
You saw it too?
Zip, zip, zip.
Oh. Dude, I was at the Sportatorium one time and I saw Kerry drop the blade.
Oh, geez.
I heard Kerry drop the blade one time. I mean, I saw him drop the blade, and then I saw him. I heard him call the spot. He said, "Watch for my discus punch." I heard him just plain as day.
Well,
Look at that. Kevin's wearing his shin out with that belt.
he was John Cena before being John Cena was cool, I guess.
And Kerry's not through. We're at a favored pitch for this loser leave town match. When the heat's out of control, they go outside door. He's raising their hand. I guess he disqualified the Freebirds.
So we did all that, and Kerry zipped himself, and we didn't even get the money shot of it.
Well, there it is.
He could have done that with not in the match and not shown the entire crowd that he was blading. They said, yeah, Kerry's so good with this interview, we're just going to stop it here.
Man.
All right.
Good stuff, Tim. Good stuff. I don't know about you, but man, that's why I'm all about it.
Well, I enjoy the little presents that we get. You know, Barb shows up and
the DDT, the innovator of the DDT,
the
Blackie
innovator of
Gordman.
we get all kinds of fun stuff in 1983.
Those were some eye-opening episodes.
All right, well, I mean, you can always catch us here again. I would suggest go try you some W.
Well, we got a run in now that it's all over. What's going on, Dave?
He's here for the end.
Time to watch World Class Wrestling when it's over.
It's over.
You missed some good episodes.
What was it? What I missed?
Country-whippin match, Von Erichs and Freebirds.
Kerry bladed right in the middle of the ring, didn't cover up or anything. Just pulled the razor blade out.
There's a wrestler that wrestled tonight. His name is Tonga John. You might know him as the Barbarian.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a wrestler, an old Mexican wrestler named Black Gordman, who was the innovator of the DDT.
So it wasn't Jake Roberts.
No. Black Gordman is credited as the
OG
innovator.
DDT.
And Tim didn't think it was DDT, but then he saw the replay.
No, I said it was a DDT. He didn't call it a DDT. He called it.
Are you joining us? Are you joining us for footballers, Dave?
Yeah, we're not doing foot. Yeah,
at 8.
Yeah, I'll be here.
You said 8 Eastern, by the way.
Well, I knew what he meant.
No, he said 8 Eastern.
I didn't say footballers. I said drunken pop at 8 Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So we're going to do that after we finish up here. Hey, do me a favor, Dave.
Let me take this home. For Timmy C, I'm Pondwater Dave. You've been watching World Class Flashback exclusively on Mark Out Moments. We'll see you next time.
Peace.